Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Blake. You can hear me on game days.
And my name is Marika. You can see me on game days, but right now we're taking it off the pitch. All right, Blake, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic, Marika. For those that are watching, they can see we have a full-on set right now.
We're home. We're finally home.
We've made it
home. It looks incredible. What's your favorite part of the set?
That's a great question. I was looking around at all the great details on this. It's pretty sweet. So to my right here, you can see all the trophies we've won. I think that might be my favorite part. Behind me, there's a little state line with the 913, 816. Those are up there. I think those are my favorite parts.
I think I love right behind me. I see like a Blue Hell lemonade, Azulito, a bottle of barbecue sauce. Like we're getting all the Kansas City details to like really blend in with our branding at Sporting, which just feels so us, you know?
It feels perfect because it's the mix of Sporting KC and Kansas City.
Exactly.
I just love this city. I love this club. It makes me so happy to see. And it's also aesthetically pleasing. The colors of it looks great.
I wish I could take it home with me. Like, this would look incredible in my
100%.
apartment.
Yeah, put it up on my wall. That'd be sweet. Yeah, I feel like some of this stuff I would definitely put up on my wall. But
oh, absolutely. All right, Blake, before we go off into the KC kickoff, you mentioned this last episode, and we did not forget your birthday's coming up soon, isn't that right?
Oh, my goodness, it is. Well,
and
okay.
of course, we brought you a little surprise.
Wait, what? I didn't know about this.
Oh, yeah, it's a surprise.
What?
Happy birthday to you.
You're going to have to sing the whole thing now.
Oh, I have to, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Blake.
Wow.
Happy birthday to you.
I feel very special right now. Look at this, guys. This is incredible, Marika. Thank you.
So I forgot to bring a lighter. So you're just kind of like, imagine that. Right.
Oh, I blew them all out.
Hey.
Everyone in the studio is clapping. We have to keep this here for the episode.
Well, absolutely.
Maybe not. That might throw everyone off. Thank you, Marika.
No problem. Obviously, we love celebrating you here. And there's so much to celebrate in Kansas City. So I think we should just go straight into the KC kickoff.
Let's do it.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the Parade of Hearts taking place on April 4th at the Overland Park Convention Center. Now, this is such an exciting event because if you didn't know, all throughout the year, we have about 150 hearts on display across Kansas City that are made from local artists, and this is like the big show and tell to see all the designs for the upcoming year.
The local artists doing this, it's so cool. I feel like, so growing up in Kansas City, and especially in recent years, I've loved seeing these across Kansas City. I know we had one outside Sporting Park. I think in 2022 there was one with a bunch of nations' flags. 2024, I believe there was one as well. I can't remember the design on that one.
It was with our Victory Project.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great one as well. So it's been so fun because it feels like it's the perfect photo opportunity. You can take a photo right by that with stadium in the background. I'm pretty sure we're going to have one again this year, a heart outside of Sporting Park.
We are. We don't know the exact design yet. I've had all these predictions in my brain, but there's something new this year to the Parade of Hearts. Instead of it being a heart that you stand next to take a picture, it's almost like a circle with a heart cutout. So you can be like right inside of the heart taking the picture. Like we're the heart of Kansas City.
I like that. I don't know. Did they intend for that to be like the heart? You are the heart of Kansas City.
I don't know, but they should because we're running with this.
Yeah, it's like the at the like pumpkin patch when you're a kid, the little scarecrow you can stick your head through. It's like that.
100%.
You're the heart of Kansas City. I love that. It's gonna be cool. I hear the parade itself. You're going, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hear the parade itself is just a fun event to be at. You can kind of talk to the local artists and check it all out. I might have to check it out. I might have to go.
You definitely should. This year, Sporting is also going to have a table set up there. We're doing some fun giveaways, so I won't spoil too much, but it's going to be a really fun event to attend.
Sweet. Well, Marika, as we're talking there about something Sporting's going to be involved with, I think the next thing on the KC kickoff is some of the updates around SKC and around the World Cup, and that all starts with the upcoming Saturday, our official pub partner for the matchup against Real Salt Lake.
That's right. That game is going to be shown at Dos Locos down in the Westport area. Now, this is such a fun bar if you haven't been there yet. It's very lively for a sports bar, and it's honestly the perfect environment to catch a game. Yeah,
I feel like this, from all that I've seen from it, I actually haven't been able to check out Dos Locos yet, but I was checking out the social media and all this stuff. They have a very good social media. They show all the stuff they're doing. I feel like it is an everything kind of place. They've got watch parties for fights. They've got watch parties for soccer games, football games. They do some karaoke.
That's my kind of place.
Yeah, I feel like this is the place that I want to check out. Maybe we'll have to for the April 4th game.
Absolutely. And then moving along on April 11th is our next home game, and it's going to be against San Jose, and it's our sporting sustainability night.
Yeah, it's always fun to be out at Sporting Park. It's beautiful. It should be beautiful. I feel like mid-April it should be nice, hopefully avoiding any major storms. This is the time of the year where we have to worry about the weather delays and that kind of stuff.
You know what they say, April showers.
Hey, maybe there'll be some Mayflowers to bring about. That'd be nice. I'm excited to see that game. Obviously, this is off the pitch, but on the pitch, I'm very excited for this matchup. San Jose, a good team in Major League Soccer. Sporting getting another crack at them. I'm looking forward to this one.
And I know we have so many fun, exciting things going on our plaza as well. So it's just going to be great to be back home again. I know we're always at the stadium, but I can't help but want to be back when we're not there.
100%. And the next thing that we have to update is about some of the World Cup watch parties and things going on at Sporting Park that Sporting KC will be hosting. We don't know too much yet, Marika, but what do we know?
I would say we can't give it away, but imagine local artists, vendors, performances. We are going to the absolute nines this summer. It's going to be the perfect event for you and your family to attend to.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun time out at Sporting Park. I feel like you're going to want to just spend your summer out at Sporting Park watching all the games going on, watching all the fun concerts and live events that they have. It's going to be pretty sweet. The whole world is going to be watching. There's going to be people from all over the world right in Kansas City, right at Sporting Park. It's going to be sweet.
I mean, we already know with the draw, we got so lucky with the countries coming here. And I know we're bringing a lot of the cultures of those countries to the park for these watch parties. So it's just going to be a great event. I can't wait to be there. I know you'll be there too. It's just going to be a fun summer of soccer.
It certainly is. And so to wrap up the KC kickoff, Marika, it is March Madness, and we had a little bit of a barbecue bracket. We didn't make it, but there was a barbecue bracket circling around in Kansas City.
That's true. And I already entered it. It's the second round right now.
Okay.
And I've been making all my picks. I get very competitive when it comes to barbecue. So it's fun just to see what Kansas Cityans think about what my favorite takes are, what their takes are, you know?
So remind me, this is not like actual food items. It's like the restaurants themselves.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a ranking. I think by the time this goes out, there should be a crowned champion for who is the best barbecue. I've got my own choices. I'm not gonna put it out there.
We can't spoil, but I think we both have some predictions on where it'll go.
To get into some of those ideas, I think we should go ahead and rank our favorite barbecue plates. This is drafting the perfect plate of barbecue. Marika, we're going to go ahead and each pick one meat, and we're going to pick two sides and a dessert and try and create the perfect Kansas City barbecue. You ready for it?
I'm going to say it's not going to be a try because I already did it. Okay. And this is where it's going to start. I won the coin toss.
You're going first?
Of course I'm going first.
When did we decide this?
Ladies
now?
first.
Okay.
Yeah,
ladies first.
Go
for it.
Oh, you're so chivalrous. Thank you, Blake. All right, so for my first choice, I'm going to go brisket, specifically, if I can, from Oklahoma. Ooh, Joe's Barbecue. There we go. Used to that one from the olden days. But when you think of classic barbecue, you think of brisket. It's delicious, and it makes a great meal. I love the Z-Man sandwich. So I'm going to use that as a little bonus, too.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough one to beat. I feel like the brisket, the Z-Man sandwich, incredible from Joe's. But I'm going to go a different direction. I'm going to go burnt ends. Q39 specifically. Burnt ends, I didn't really grow up eating many burnt ends. I was a brisket pork guy. I feel like it's classic when you're growing up in Kansas City to eat those kind of sandwiches. Just eat a barbecue sandwich. Recently, the last couple of years, gotten into burnt ends, and I don't know if I'm going back. I'm going burnt ends.
I mean, they are honestly the best part of the brisket, so you got lucky. That's a great choice on your end.
Are we doing this draft style? Am I going second?
Yeah, go ahead next.
So
I'll give
I
you the
went
next
first,
pick.
and I'll go with my side. My first side, we're going Joe's Fries. That is the best side, in my opinion, in Kansas City barbecue, Joe's Fries.
I hate to say it, I have to cross that off my list now because I was thinking the same thing. Instead, I'm going to pivot, and I'm going to pick cheesy corn. I love the cheesy corn from Jack Stack.
Okay.
It's just delicious, creamy. It is to die for.
Okay. You get a little vegetable action in there.
I get the vegetables.
Yep.
So moving along there, my next pick, I'm going to go the fried pickles from Slaps Barbecue. Delicious.
Okay.
I love a fried pickle in general or fried. Both are good. I'm getting a nutritious meal.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're getting it all. See, fried pickles to me, I think more appetizer, but you're putting in the sides. I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
I'll give it to you.
I would have done the onion ring, but if I'm allowed to go away with my Z-Man sandwich, I don't need both.
I feel like I will eat a Z-Man, put some pickles on there. Incredible.
So good.
My next side, I'm going to go ahead and go with mac and cheese. I'm not taking the healthy route, Marika. I'm going with fries and mac and cheese. We're carb loading. It's going to be delicious. So Slaps mac and cheese is my choice. So moving into dessert, we're going to round it out with some banana pudding. I'll say Joe's because Joe's is fantastic, and it's the only one I've had.
after a big hearty meal like that, like a sweet treat's what I need, you know? And for my dessert, I'm gonna do the apple crumble from Q39. It is heaven on a plate. Genuinely so good. After this big meal, though, I think we're both taking naps.
100%. You're getting fruits and veggies in there with
I'm hitting
apple crumble.
all my dietary needs, you know?
Exactly. I would be taking a fat nap after this meal. I would be on the floor. Probably wouldn't even make it to the couch.
Slight hibernation.
Yeah, but it'd be delicious. It'd be the happiest I could be. Marika, that's a pretty good draft. The fans can let us know who they think won. I think I walked away with it, like I did last time.
We'll see. Everyone loves brisket.
Well, stick with us here. We've got a couple of fun conversations coming up. Manu Garcia is next off the pitch.
All right, welcome back to Off the Pitch. We are here with Sporting Kansas City midfielder Manu Garcia. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Great. So now you've been in Kansas City in America for about a year now. What do you love so far?
Well, I'm enjoying it. It was a tough start coming from last year, but I'm enjoying it. I think I'm embracing all the culture. I'm trying to learn from everyone, and I'm having a lot of fun, to be honest.
I've heard you are a big fan of some of the American culture, especially the rodeo type bull culture. Is that true?
Yeah, everywhere I've been, I've liked to move around and to see how people live and what they like and what's what people actually do in the city. So I know that's a big part of the Midwest and of the U.S. So. And it's something that I enjoyed. I've been to a couple of them, and I look forward to all of them because I'm still searching for more, so I enjoy it.
Because isn't that a thing with the matadors in Spain, or is it different?
It's kind of different. I don't want to get too much into the Spanish one because it's a bit crazy. Some people like it, some people don't. But I feel like here it's more about enjoying and the atmosphere and everything. I don't know. I enjoy it a lot. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, maybe it's kind of similar to what we have in Spain, but I enjoy it more this one, to be honest.
I think in another life you could have been a cowboy. I can see it. Maybe a bull rider.
Why not? I think they are too crazy, to be honest. Maybe too crazy to me, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So then you said when you come to new countries, new cities, you're trying to learn all about their culture. What do you do when you get a little homesick? Is there any way you find Spain in America?
That's a hard one. Well, we've been with the club to La Bodega here in KC, but yes, sometimes we feel like just cooking something at home that reminds us to being back because it's hard to feel we're so far away, but it still makes it. The guys make it easy, and I don't really feel very homesick, to be honest. I'm finding it well.
Do you cook a lot?
Yeah, we cook quite a lot. I'm not the best cooker,
okay,
but I try my best.
So if Marika and I were coming over to your house and you had to cook something, what's your go-to to cook something?
I think for sure my wife will try to make something nice for us. But I can try to make a Spanish omelette.
Okay.
That I think that I do quite well.
Isn't that a big thing, with or without onions?
Yeah, some people say it's for sure without onions.
Okay.
I enjoy them both. Okay. Anything you put in there is nice. So any of them.
Now, I got to say really quick, we've reached out to some of your good friends to see, what do we need to know about Manu? And they said that you're really getting into pool, billiards. Where does that come from?
Who the hell said that? No, I don't know. Just play sometimes, enjoy it. That's it. Not much.
And something else that you've talked about before is the bagpipes. And I have to wonder how a Spanish guy picks up the bagpipes. Where did that come from?
That's something that everyone tells me, but my region of Spain is something massive. It's very big.
Okay.
So growing up, the kids, it was not anything kind of cool, play the bagpipes when you were a kid. People would be like, why
the guitar's a little cooler.
Why you play the bagpipes? You wear those. So I was a bit okay. But after with the time, I realized that it's something that I'm proud of. It's from my region. It's something different, and I don't play it oftenly, but it's just nice to be able to play it and to get something from my region.
Do you play songs on the bagpipes? How does I feel like the bagpipes? Every time I've heard someone play the bagpipes, it just sounds the same.
Yeah, no, it's quite cool. My family told me you have to take it over so you don't forget how to play it and all that. But also my neighbors don't like it. That's loud. But yeah, there's many traditional songs like the anthem of my region is very typical to play with the bagpipes. So it's something cool that for many years when I got with the family with all my family I used to play and people enjoyed it too.
Okay, so another part of your culture that you love bringing over to Kansas City, from what we've heard, is your love of espresso. Do you feel like you've made the perfect recipe so far?
Lately I've been a bit down on making coffees at home. We got a machine at home, and yeah, my girl every day is doing 2 or 3 minimum. But I got a bit maybe a bit lazy on them. Still, I appreciate it, and sometimes I just say, "Hey, can you please do one for me?" Because I'm a bit too lazy to make it. But yeah, I've been trying so many different places, and I have some others to go for sure. Because there are many small spots that are really nice in the city.
Yeah. Any favorites that you've got?
Well, I enjoy one that is quite small next to Crossroads. I think it's Westport Caldera. Bisu, I think some of the guys said it.
Yeah.
I enjoy Mildred's. I enjoy Messenger Coffee, of course.
Sure.
I enjoy Hi Hat, a small
Yeah.
place. I don't know if you know
That is a
about
good
it.
one.
That's very nice. When it's good weather, I like to go there, grab a coffee to go, and just walk around the neighborhoods. I think that's something we enjoy doing a lot.
Who are some of the guys that, if you had a day off, that you might be hanging out with off the pitch?
Well, some of the guys that were here last year that are quite close to they left.
Yeah.
Still, I'm making good relationship with some of the new guys. We have really great guys in the team. And yeah, I keep a lot of contact from last year, of course, with John Pulskamp, Jake Davis. Lasse moved over in my apartment building. Jansen is around there too. Calvin is new to the team too, and we're quite close to. I don't know, many guys, and it's looking good.
I think it's really interesting because last year you were the guy trying to learn the city, and now you're kind of in the place where you're teaching your new teammates what to know about Kansas City. What do you usually point out to them?
Well, I was lucky that at the start of the season Danny was here still, because he was making that kind of introducing everyone that he does really well. He was great. He was great with me when I came, and he was doing it with everyone. But yeah, the same. They asked me about restaurants. I tried to give them my best, the best areas, and we have a big list that Daniel did that now I have it too, and now I try to move it around too.
That's great. Well, Manu, we have run through some of these, but we also have some fans that asked some questions. So Marika, tell us a little bit about what this section is going to be like.
Yeah, so we're going to call it the supporters section. We posted it on the Sporting Kansas City's social media earlier this week, just how we can connect with our fans to really get to know the real Manu Garcia. And the first question we have here today is from Jake Davis Swan, and he asked, who is the second oldest guy on the team?
Second oldest guy in the team has to be me.
I think it is.
That's crazy to me. Every time that we're in the locker room or we talk about. Because we're talking about how mature the team is, how not, and then I look around and I'm like, I'm the oldest. How the hell the time went so fast in my career? Because first year in my career, I was the youngest one always, and I feel like this was not long ago. People was born in the 1989.
Yep.
Now people is getting born in 2010. It's blowing my mind, I swear, blowing my mind.
Yeah, we talked at the beginning of the season with Stephen Cleveland, and he is the oldest on the team, and he said, I have never been the oldest on a team.
For sure, because still is in an age that for sure need to have some guys over you. But, it's something different. Same time, I'm enjoying it, I see myself in many of the guys, and it's also cool to be in that position. Yeah.
So our next question comes from Josiah Hall, and he asks, why did you pick number 6?
Well, number 6 and number 8 are two numbers that I've always liked growing up. I don't know why, are two numbers that I liked. And number 6, I had it playing for the under-21s in Spain for some time, and I had it for my previous club in Greece. And every time I wore it, everything went well. So I'm just hoping that it goes well again.
I feel like that makes sense because number 6 and number 8, traditionally midfielders wear those numbers. So
yeah, I know right. 6 maybe is a bit like more like a holding midfielder type. It's not the same type that I am. but I don't know why it's a number that I think I even like more than number 10, for example. So I never wanted number 10 in any club that I've been. So I just felt like it was the right number again, and I wish it brings us and me again luck. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so our next question's from Braden Long, and he asks, where did your love of soccer start?
That's something that at home sometimes we wonder, like, how? Because yes, my dad loves soccer too, but he's my size and he was a goalkeeper, so
Oh, wow.
doesn't match the skills. But yeah, my parents always told me that growing up, I was always with a ball in my foot. I was always doing anything, even grabbing balls of paper, putting them together with some kind of tape, and I was playing around at home. So that's something that I started doing growing up, and yeah, I don't know, seeing my family watching games at home for sure. Well, my dad more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And I was there too.
Yeah, I feel like we saw some of those photos of you guys as kids. I think Sporting posted some of those photos. Is it fun to look back at some of those and remember? I mean, maybe you don't remember all of it, but remember kind of your original love for the game?
Yeah, sure. It's crazy because time flies, and it's not that I have big memories, but I do have certain pictures in my head of moments growing up playing, and it's just great to have those memories. And I always, every time I see some little kid or every time I go somewhere that they ask me like one advice, I say enjoy, because those ages that you are growing up playing, I think are the most romantic and the best ones to play.
I think you did it perfectly. A quick follow-up I have is, you grow up as a little kid just loving playing the sport, and that's why you play it. Was there ever like a flip of the switch or a day you realized like, wait, I want to do this professionally, or I can do it professionally?
Yeah, like to me it came quite natural. I never looked for it, even when I was 15. I was in Gijón playing Sporting Gijón Academy, and suddenly so many big clubs in Europe came over to try to sign me. And in my head, I knew I was doing well, but I didn't expect that all these clubs were coming to look for me, So it was something that just came to me, and then I moved over to England, and my idea to go to England was not to be professional, was just to play in England and to enjoy the experience and to study there. So it was something that with work and everything came natural, but I think because mostly of it I enjoy a lot doing what I do.
Yeah, we have one more supporter question, but I have to ask, because you played in a lot of countries. You played in England, Spain, you played France, Greece.
Netherlands, Greece.
Netherlands. What's the best country to live in? I guess the United States as well.
Right.
Let's say about the other ones.
Okay.
Well, of course I have to say Spain. It's my home.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed a lot Greece. Greece was it's a place that the lifestyle is very similar to Spain. They are even crazier than us. They are all the time outside, going for coffees, going for lunch. People is all the time out. The weather is great, so it helps, and yeah, they enjoy living a lot.
Very good.
All right, so for our last question here, it's from Paula Galons. She asked, how would your family describe you as a kid?
As a kid? Non-stopping, I think. They told me they called me like Houdini when I was in the... They called me I was like a small Houdini. I think my parents told me I was not a bad kid, but I was moving a lot, and I was trying to play any kind of sport all the time. So yeah, I was trying to move a lot. I will say something in Spanish, and someone will translate it. I was a bit culo inquieto, that they will say. That is like, if you translate it, I don't know how to translate it, but an ass that has a lot of movement. That you would say it. So
that's good.
I'm sure that got you a little trouble in school growing up. Was always running around?
A bit running around, a bit talking a bit too much, laughing all the time with my classmates. But to be honest, my grades, or how you say my grades,
grades
were always quite decent.
You were able to balance the both, school and soccer and fun.
But it was going well. Sometimes the teachers might tell me, "Oi, Manu, relax a little bit, Manuel."
There you go. Yeah, once they say Manuel, that's when you know.
But yeah, I think I was in a good balance.
Yeah, I definitely was. I was always the one that got told to stop talking. But now I talk as a job, so it works.
That's exactly what I say. Say, as long as they pay me to talk, I'll never shut up now.
Well, Manu, we're just about ready to get moving on, but we got some rapid fire questions about Kansas City that we would like to ask you. You ready for it?
All right.
I'll start things off. What's your favorite KC restaurant or coffee shop?
should have thought about this. I knew it was coming. Let me say, Billy's Groceries.
Ooh,
good choice.
Good choice. Do you think you have a hidden gem in the city that not many people know about?
Hidden gym, hi-hat.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
a great spot. It's kind of hidden there.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of kind of nowhere, you would say, and it's just a vibe.
a little
It's nice.
spot. It is a
Nice.
vibe. I like that. And then how about your pregame song?
Pre-game song, I'm quite weird on that one because I just go with whatever I feel on the day. It's not that I have something. I used to have for some time some kind of like pre-game things that I always do the same things. Now I just whatever I feel like, to be honest.
Good.
And then, what's your favorite sporting moment you've had so far with the team?
I know Jansen said San Luis. I think when we beat San Luis. Let me say that one too. I will stick to that one. Yeah.
It's a good choice. How about who's the funniest teammate?
Oh, it's pretty funny, guys. In team. I will say someone that I think no one says, but I laugh a lot with Shapi too.
Good.
Shapi is very fun.
Sneaky, I hear that from a lot of people. He's kind of a jokester.
Yeah, I know. For sure, he doesn't like it that I say it now because I know he doesn't like to come in the interviews and all this. But he's a great guy.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today, Manu. And stick around with us as we come back after this break.
Welcome in now, Sporting KC's eMLS player, Gustavo Nascimento. Gustavo, we're so glad to have you here.
I'm glad you guys for inviting me. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here.
Of course. So to start things off, I think the fans are just curious. How have you gotten here to this point where you're now playing eMLS? I mean, you've got the kit on. You have to show the camera here for a second. You've got the little eMLS
So
logo on
cool.
there. Marika, this is sweet.
I am honestly so jealous of everything you do. I think it's so fascinating how you can take a passion for a sport and grow it into your entire livelihood. But I mentioned what you said earlier, Blake. How'd you get here today?
It's actually a long story, but I'll try to make it a little bit short. But I always play for fun, and I was very good against my friends when I was young, and started playing online and met some people, and they introduced me into competitive FIFA because I didn't even know anything about it. I was just always play for fun. And first tournaments I went, everything went well. I won my first tournament, should have went to the World Cup.
What? Wait. Yeah. So you won your first tournament you played in?
Yeah, I won the first tournament. It was a tournament in Brazil.
Okay.
And it was the only qualifier we had to go to make it to the World Cup. It was about 450 people there. And it was the only qualifier in the whole South America. So we had people coming from Colombia, Argentina, other places to go there. And I ended up winning that, which I wasn't even expecting to win. I just went there because my friend was like, oh, there's a tournament, let's go. I was like, yeah, why not? But
crazy.
I ended up not being able to make to the World Cup because I didn't have a passport at the time.
Wow.
But that was the very beginning. That's when I saw, and my parents too, because my mom, for example, when I qualified for that tournament, the next year she was on me all the time. She's like, "Oh, you need to play now. You need to play. You need to win again."
So video games make sense when you're winning, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I just kept going after that. Play a few years in Brazil. It wasn't that big at the time, so at one point I stopped. And a few years ago, about 5 years ago, I started playing again and started qualifying to tournaments again. And this year, I actually wanted to play for Sporting KC a couple of years ago.
Really?
It almost happened, but that was also the time where Sporting KC kind of decided to step away for a little bit. A few clubs did, and then it didn't work out. But then this year, they had a qualifier, open qualifier for everyone, and I was playing that. And in my mind, I already knew if I qualify, I just want to pick Sporting KC because it's also where I've been living for the past 3 years now. So it was a good opportunity, and I'm glad I got the spot. Was able also to qualify for the eMLS Cup, and we'll be able to represent Sporting KC there.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that. You qualified for the MLS Cup, you just said. That's coming up here soon. How does that process work to qualify for that?
Okay, this year was actually a little bit different. It was the first time they did a pre-qualifier because before they always used to have only you need to be signed for the club straight away, and then you'll be able to participate the whole eMLS tournament. But this year they made it first a open qualifier. You would play for a month. We had tournaments almost every day one day we had tournaments, the other we don't. But we had tournaments for a whole month, and you get points, and you need to finish in the top 30, so you would be able to get picked by a team. and I finished like 8th or 7th, if I'm not wrong. And I was able to get picked by a team. And then after that, we play kind of regular season.
Yeah.
It was 2 conference, just like the normal conference. Then I had to play everyone on my conference. So I had like 14 games. And then the top 4, actually, the top 2 would make straight to the cup. And then from 3rd to 10th, they would play like a kind of like a playoff. And 2 more players would get the spot to the MLS Cup. I finished in 4th in the regular season. I feel like I could have done a little bit better to get like the spot straight away, but it was also a good placement, which also helped me because I only needed to win 1 game in the knockouts to make it to the cup, because I finished like the 3rd and 4th place would only need 1 game to win, and so I only had 1 game. I actually play a St. Louis guy.
There we go.
I had to win. I had to win, and I beat him and got my spot now, which is coming up like in 2 weeks.
Okay.
That is so beyond cool. I know we're so thankful to have you representing Sporting KC. Something I'm really curious about. So you played Division I soccer in America here at Hofstra. What is it like comparing the actual sport to like the FIFA world?
That's a good question. I don't know, sometimes it's different, but at the same time, there's a lot of things, in my opinion, it kind of, for my experience of playing soccer in real life, a lot of the FIFA players, they don't really play much. I mean, a few of them play soccer too, maybe not at a high level. I try to use my experience that I have in real life to the game sometimes. Sometimes it's not the best strategy because some stuff you would do in real life probably wasn't working in game.
Right.
And for a moment, I had that issue because I was always kind of just do what I felt was right to do in soccer. But in the game, sometimes you gotta be more creative and just do some random stuff that in real life you'll be like, that's never gonna work.
You get a little risky.
Yeah, you got a little risky. So, I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, it's just 2 competitive things. And that's the thing which made me really like to compete. And just because I feel like it brings me that same passion that I have in soccer in real life to compete, want to win, and in the game it's the same thing. It's all about like competition, tournaments. I always loved that. Always loved to be able to try to win stuff. Right?
What position did you play in soccer?
Center mid.
Okay.
Here we go.
So you directed everything.
Yeah.
You got the eye for it. Where's this event? Is it at like the stadium or is it a big convention center?
Pretty sure it's going to be at the stadium.
Okay.
From what I heard.
In Columbus, right?
Yeah, in Columbus.
It's a great stadium there. So for our fans that want to know more about this, where can they find you?
They can look me up on the social medias. It's GN10 _, pretty much everywhere. So Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I haven't been streaming much, but I'm going to get back into it. But yeah, if you follow me there, I promise I'm going to start streaming again too.
Love
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, we are wishing you all the best luck as you enter the eMLS Cup. We're so excited for you playing the final. And if you want to keep up with all things Sporting Kansas City, make sure you follow us at Sporting KC on socials. You can follow me at Marika Davis _ on all socials.
And at Blake Arney on all socials. That's me. So, yeah, Marika, it's been a fun episode today.
Absolutely. We have a lot of great things coming up in the future. Don't forget on April 4th to catch our away game at our pub partner Dos Locos. And on April 11th to catch us back at Sporting Park for our next home match against San Jose.
Yeah, thanks to Manu. Thanks to Gustavo. It's been a great episode off the pitch.